Hey everybody, what's going on? It's been a while since I've done a video. There's a reason for that. Besides, procrastination and laziness, uh, which are not Jedi-like things. So never mind. I didn't say that. Yesterday marked a week since I had surgery. I had surgery not last Thursday. So not yesterday, but a week after, week before. So, recovering, doing better. Still on pain medication at times, but slowly getting off of it. So yeah, doing good. But it brought up it's one of those subjects on physical wellness, and physical wellness is one of those kind of like touchy subjects in the Jedi community, because a lot of people automatically get very defensive about it. They allow their insecurities about it to kind of to override the entirety of the subject. When you start mentioning physical wellness as a core part of the Jedi path, which we even see within no matter what kind of Star Wars inspiration drew you to the Jedi path, it's very evident in there that physical wellness is certainly a part of the Jedi path. Of course, my favorite is Luke Skywalker in Dagobah with Yoda, running around the swamp, with Yoda on his back and swinging from the vines and doing handstands and all that, fun, crazy stuff. And it's why I like Spartan races and Battle Frog and things like that, so much, is because, those types of mud runs really make me feel that like you're Luke on Dagobah, but so I had injured myself, and it progressively got worse, and it was something, part of physical wellness is doing the basic regimen and being smart and like seeing your doctor and staying on top of your health. It is about healthy living, and so I did have to go, and I did have to get surgery. And the past week has been recovery time, and it's right in the core area. So like, and you use your core forever. You have no idea until you have stitches up there that you use your core for everything. So it's been an interesting week. It's been a learning experience. But it's really driven home the point to me about physical wellness. And as I was saying, people get worried about it. They think you have to be a fitness model, or you have to be a certain weight, or you have to be a bodybuilder or something like that, or you have to look like someone from magazines, whatever. Like, no, you don't. We're not talking about supermodels. We're not talking about modeling. I certainly don't look like a Calvin Klein model. All right. So yeah, but staying fit, staying healthy, staying active, and that varies from Jedi to Jedi, and that varies from body type to body type, and everyone has a different marker of what is healthy for them, like what's a healthy weight, and things like that. So you just have to stay on top of it. And for me, the real lesson was remembering that part of physical wellness is allowing yourself to rest, is not pushing yourself, not continuing. And people do this all the time. Jedi is, no exception, do this all the time when they're sick, right? Instead of just taking a day or two to just completely get your meditation on, rest, revitalize, get your vitamin C going, that kind of thing. Instead of just stopping and putting things on hold, they push themselves, and so a cold or a flu that may have you might have kicked the snot out of it, like in a day, you're now struggling, fighting the battle over a course of a week. instead of just, you know, thing. And for me, the reason why I'm able to move around and get back to work and things like that a week after surgery is because of that. Because I took the time. Man, I've been laying in bed for a week. It has not been fun. I have not been updating Jedi Living stuff, even though I thought I was smart. I was like, all right, I know I'm gonna be stuck in bed, so I had my laptop right next to the bed, and I had I had everything set up. You know, I had books right there. I had, you know, when you start getting in the pain medicine and stuff like that, and you're in pain and all that, it really doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for you at all. So I thought I was smart, thought I was going to be able to keep up my productivity. Didn't really happen. I was a mess. And I looked the part too. It was great. I was all scruffy looking, and it was bad. It was bad, but but I did that, and you know, taking that time, and it really made a difference. I did go back to the doctor yesterday for a checkup. Everything's, you know, progressing. You know, she gave the all clear. The surgeon was like, everything's looking good. So thus far, so, you know, I have another checkup in a couple weeks, but we'll see how things are going there, you know. And I'm, you know, and part of that is I do want to work out again. I want to get back into that, you know, the shape that I was in and stuff. And I really feel like I'm wasting away and getting fat at the same time, because I can't forget my own workout regimen. I can't even do like some of the just little things that I like to do. Like in Jedi Living, I often have like this little morning workout you can do, which is really easy. It doesn't even take like 5 minutes. Right, it's like maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes in your morning. You just knock it out, and you feel it really does. You feel like you're working out like for an hour, right? But because it's early in the morning, it's right when you wake up, and your muscles are like protesting, and it's fun, it's good, it's short, but I can't even do that, and I won't be able to really get back into things for another few weeks, and it kills me. You know, Jedi patience and all that, but that's part of Jedi wellness or physical wellness. You know, is you have to know when to rest, and you have to allow yourself to do that. And I think that's something that gets overlooked. So, you know, I just wanted to share that as part of the update. You know, make this more than just a, hey, I'll be starting to get back into videos. My bad for disappearing for a little bit. But yeah, you know, make it a little bit more. I mean, a little bit rambling, right? That's why people watch this. They want to hear me ramble. So yeah, and you know, I found it interesting too, this side tidbit, and it kind of will segue into the next topic that I listed. But during that time, like, yeah, you know, I still have my cell phone, you know, it's currently going off, and yeah, so I you know, Facebook apps and things like that. I'm still getting, you know, I'm still technically in contact with like the Jedi community and people during this time. So I'm in pain. I'm recovering from surgery. I'm on pain medication, like known, right? Like the surgeon was quite happy to say, who asked me, have you ever done narcotics? And I was like, no, not really. Was quite enthusiastic to be like, excellent, this will be your first time, so awesome. And people were still asking me to do Jedi stuff during this time, and asking my opinion on stuff. And it I don't know if that's a lapse in judgment on their part, or like a compliment, like extreme, like they're saying, even though you're drugged up right now and probably not in the right frame of mind due to pain, surgery, and resting and all that, we still feel that your opinion on Jedi stuff is valid. I don't know though. So that it's been interesting. People asking me stuff like about that. And there's gonna be a video in conjunction with it. Someone asked me to do like a 3-minute opener And instead of just writing it down, like I'm going to try to write it down, but I'm also going to try to do a 3-minute video on the origins of the Jedi path, or Jedi community, I guess. Origins of the Jedi community. I'll have to look at it. I was not in the, I don't remember exactly what it's saying, but I'll look at that. So we should have a 3-minute video sometime, maybe next week, maybe this week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. We'll see how that shakes out. But that brings up, someone asked me recently about California Jedi was approached, about doing a mockumentary, right? Because we have a documentary coming out. There's a documentary by a well-known documentarian, Laurent. I can't even say his name. I'm not even Malachi. I don't know. But if you want to check him out, check out some of his work. His more famous documentary that's gotten a lot of publicity and has really grown beyond it. There was like a play done on it and all this stuff, or a musical. I think it was a musical that they made a musical out of it. But the documentary is called Bronies. You can check it out on Netflix. It's available. Might be on Hulu. I'm not sure. But it's pretty easy to find. Bronies, the documentary, will get you there. And anyway, so he wanted to do a documentary on Jedi, real Jedi. And so we did, and pretty good stuff. It's still in post-production, but it's getting close, It's kind of how Hollywood works, right? How the industry works. It takes time to, put all that stuff together. To put an actual movie together, not just not just faces talking at you. So yeah, it's and I'm sure it'll be good. But with the new movie and with that and kind of like with the growing popularity of the Jedi community, there will be media opportunities, and these have actually grown quite frequently recently, and there's been a lot of Jedi being able to be interviewed. California Jedi was interviewed for Playboy magazine Mexico, I think, or South. I don't remember, but so interviewed for Playboy magazine, and kind of you had another one on, I think it was CNN, I think, did a report, and a Jedi from Temple to Jedi Order was able to take part in an interview on that, and so there's more opportunities available. But the thing is to don't just jump into it. I know it sounds like a good idea and stuff, but you really want to be careful of what you're jumping into, and you really want to know yourself and where you're at in your path. Sometimes it's better to default to someone else. Like when Laurent first contacted me, it was like I started sending them to everybody else about the documentary. I was like, oh, well, you probably want to talk to Chicago Jedi, so you could talk to Gabe. And there's if you you go up to Berkeley, so there's a really great Jedi up in Berkeley. She runs California Jedi. Talk to her. And kind of just pointing around the community for things that might that help him understand what it is exactly we do. And eventually it all came, it came back to me, and so I sat down with him as well, and got to be a part of that experience, which was great. But it's important to know, that not to just jump into that, to understand that you will, in any media opportunity, you're going to be representing the entirety of the Jedi community. You're representing thousands of people, new members, old members, whatever. And you have to know, can you actually answer the questions? Can you represent it properly? Things of this nature. You want to be prepared for that. And you also have to very much be aware of the people that just want to make a laugh. They just want to use the Jedi to laugh at. And that's what you really have to watch out for. And this recent opportunity, media opportunity that came up for California Jedi, definitely seemed to fall in that vein, to laugh at the real Jedi. And you know, it's not that we don't have a sense of humor. We like it. It was first approached as a mockumentary, and they're fun, and it's great to have fun and to do that. But it's also great to know what better fits that. And real Jedi don't really fit that. Like if it was me personally, yeah, I might have done it just because, you know, fun. Let's have fun with it. Let's joke around, sure. But you don't want to attach real Jedi or a group that's dedicated to advancing the Jedi path, making it applicable and practical and usable for everyday life. You don't want to attach that to technically a comedy. Yeah, you want to laugh and yeah, you want to have fun, but as we're establishing ourselves, you have to kind of be picky with your media opportunities. So definitely be aware of that, because you might be approached, and you might and if it looks good and you feel comfortable doing it, then absolutely, you know, be willing to shoulder that responsibility of representing the Jedi path. Absolutely. It's a learning experience. You know, my first time, I was terrified. I'm not really comfortable with this. Like part of this, part of the reason I started the YouTube thing was to help me, you know, kind of get over that social anxiety and those kind of fears and public speaking and things like that, and kind of, you know, address them and get to it, and kind of just, you know, work through it, not hide from it. And I think it's a great way to offer like Jedi stuff, you know, even though they always go long, I'm always rambling. I really need to, I say it every time, I need to work on making shorter videos. I am working on it, and we will get it done eventually. I promise we'll start getting into that. That's why this 3-minute project we have coming up will probably be really good. Yeah, you know, it will probably be a really good way for me to start making quicker videos, getting to the point, just for fun stuff, right? Start knocking these out without wasting all of your time. Okay, so be aware of the media opportunities. They are available, but at the same time, be careful with, you know, who you choose. Vet them, you know, ask questions first. Don't just say yes or no. Be like, hey, that sounds really interesting. What can you tell me about your resume? Like, what other projects have you done? What about this project? What are you really looking to do? What are you looking, like, what is this project really about? What's your vision for it? You know, these things change, like, especially if you're talking about documentaries and stuff like that. As Laurent told me when we were filming, he's like, there's always 3 movies. There's the movie that you write, the movie that you make, and the movie that you edit. I think that's the, I may have got that wrong, but yeah, it's basically through editing's going to change it. So you have your initial idea, then you have what comes out on camera and on film, and then through editing, and each time is always going to kind of change the film and kind of how it comes out. So yeah, be aware of that, but absolutely ask like what the person's vision is, what they're looking to do, what they're hoping to accomplish with the, you know, the thing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid, you know, to verify the person's previous work and see what kind of stuff they do. If they do have a lot of stuff that is just mocking and looking to tear down other people, or looking to get views by making fun of other people. Like there's that documentary Jedi Junkies, and it's a horrible. First of all, it has nothing to do with Jedi. It has to do with Star Wars collectors, and in the whole documentary is just basically poking fun at it. Like, look at these obsessive people, and it's, I mean, that's not even quality filmmaking. That's not difficult. Anyone can do that, right? To those who don't dedicate their lives to something, someone who does dedicate their life to whatever it may be, cosplay, collecting, anything, like any kind of collecting, whether it's Star Wars toys or Hot Wheels or Barbies or whatever, like, or maybe, you know, anything you dedicate your time to that you yourself know, people can look at that and laugh at it because they don't get it, right? And they don't understand why you do what you do. And sometimes you can explain that to people who have a genuine a genuine interest in learning why that interests you and why you dedicate your time, effort, and resources to that. But when a filmmaker just wants to make fun of that, it's easy. And I can do that. I can take a camera and go to a convention. You can go to any con out there, right? And you can make people look silly and poke fun at them and laugh at them. And that's not cool. But that's why we're really looking forward to this new documentary that's coming out that Lauren made, because he's an actual filmmaker and he took his time and he really wants to tell a valuable story. So I'm looking forward to what he comes up with. But yeah, so be aware of that. You don't want to be the butt of someone's joke. It's just no fun. It has happened to the Jedi community before. It destroyed one site completely, and really destroyed a lot of the members, like good people, right? Like just good people, whether they are Jedi or not is irrelevant. They were good people, and people don't deserve that kind of treatment. So be aware of that. And if you're feeling a sickness or flu coming on, do the Jedi thing. Take care of yourself. Personal wellness. All right, I've rambled on enough. I'm gonna finish my coffee and get back to pretending like I can think straight enough to engage with other Jedi. All right, may the Force be with you.